Drawn Like Moths is a sci-fi thriller set in Washington State. The movie follows Mickey, a hardened but hopeful daughter, searching for answers. The past year for her has been a blur. She's been searching for a missing father. All leads have been dead ends, and all hope is gone. Until a mysterious clue lures her into the wilderness. But Mickey doesn't go alone. She brings her unknowing friends deep into the woods, towards something they've never seen before.
What's good, y'all? This is Joe Fredrickson here, writer and director of Drawn Like Moths. We're back for part 3 of casting. Let's get to it. This is Drawn Like Vlogs. Today we're going to be talking with Marcee. She brought a lot to the casting, considering she worked a bunch as a model and an actress in the Seattle and Tacoma area.
Hello, I am Marcee, and I play Allie, but I also functioned as assistant director. When I was brought in on the film and given the script pretty early on, Joe had told me that he had me in mind for the Allie character and that he actually wrote the script with me in mind for that part. I thought it was cool because, you know, it's based on me, so I could basically just be me, more or less. She was, you know, a smart, sarcastic character. I had to try really hard at that sarcasm thing and the smart thing. So yeah, it was cool because I could bring a lot of myself into the character while still acting out this completely not real situation. I got to interact with a big group of friends that I had done films with in the past. It was really cool to be brought in to that group. I did actually read for a couple other parts as well, but obviously we went with his original casting choice, which was not the case with other characters. Which brings us to Shannon. I had met her through various modeling events. We just kind of kept running into each other, and I was always really impressed by how committed she was to everything she did. And she just had this great, vibrant personality, and she was just friendly with everyone. We bumped into each other at an audition. I was listening to her audition through the wall, and she was fantastic. We worked on a promo photo shoot for a different film series, so I actually got a chance to bring her in on something and work with her, and she was fabulous. When this big project came up, I reached out to her to see if she was interested, and she was. So originally we had considered Shannon for the role of Keats. Joe actually originally wrote Keats for a man. Honestly, it was Shannon's audition that really kind of flipped us on that, and we thought, no, this would be pretty cool as a woman. We want big boss lady in this role. When we had finally actually solidified casting, we hadn't shared it with anyone yet, but we kind of had a pretty good idea of where everyone fit. I get this message from Shannon saying, okay, we need to talk, and I've called her up. She had the amazing news that she was pregnant. Super exciting. Of course, I congratulated her, but she just said, you know, this is a high-risk pregnancy, so I can't do anything for the first trimester, but after that point, good to go. So we had a month after she was out of the danger zone, but before she was really starting to show. Don't apologize for anything because this is awesome news. Let me go talk with the guys. And we had to kind of switch things around and come up with a plan B. After that first trimester, when, you know, she was out of danger, we did not feel comfortable putting her into a really physical role. And that's how she ended up with the role of Charlie. We were really happy to include Shannon. Abie was someone I had also just kept running into at different events or on different projects, and I don't know if we ever actually shared a scene together, but we were just randomly involved in all these different things, and she was just always a familiar face. She always knew everyone. She was at all these different things, and she just had all these connections, and she was just popping up everywhere. So I reached out to her, and she was super excited about it, which was awesome, because we knew she had range, and we also knew she had some military experience. I knew she could pull off a lot of different roles, and so we knew she could bring that side of the badass to both Taylor or Keats. Abie came in and read for Keats. She had this cool, calm, and collected demeanor about her, but she just was oozing this strength. She was one you just didn't want to mess with, like you could tell. It was interesting because she used that accent just for her audition for Keats, but she used normal American accent for the other roles. That was also the first time we had considered Keats in that sense. Abie did a great job at bringing that mystery while still bringing that badass vibe, but she really had that leader quality, but she could still turn and kick your butt, and you knew it. Mandi is my sister, because I was the little sister and I was always bugging her. We both grew up on stage. We grew up acting, singing, dancing. We both have theater backgrounds. She is a theater actor. I had transitioned into films a few years back, and I brought her with me. I had brought her in on one other film prior to this. Thought it would be fun to bring her in on this one. When we were trying to figure out what part to have her audition for, her only stipulation was, I just don't want to wear a wig. No wigs. We had her read for Dr. Dylan. She nailed it. We had to find someone who definitely brought the intelligence to the role, and it was nice because she also brought this kind of softness and caring to the role, which I thought was important for that character. She is trying to advance science. She will do whatever it takes, no matter the cost. She really does care. So it was nice that she brought that element to the role. With these guys, like I'm not going to come to any final decision about my role or my sister's. And luckily she just nailed it, so I didn't have to really fight for her in this movie in any way.
Awesome. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next week where we'll be talking more about casting. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.